Sweet, that came on real fast. Alright, I hope the internet's okay. It's, give me, there we go, okay. What's going on, Joey Rocket? I just needed confirmation that the internet's working. Yeah, I'm coming back to Seattle, so just waiting for my flight here. I've got the cool little swivel chair I took from her right there. She's standing. And then we've got some internet here. Look at this. A little coin market cap action. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna give you guys my perspective on the market. So here we've got, see a little bit of what's going on. This is a little bit different. It's all in Korean. So, but man, the big story right here, this 18.6 jump with Dash, that's to me the big story of the day that we've got right here is huge surge in Dash's price, over $555. I'm gonna click on here. I haven't really been updated on what's been going on in the market since I've been traveling here. Let's see if this is even gonna work. It's not gonna work. Not everything works in this country the way it should. Bitcoin up a little bit to 82.60, showing some decent solid growth. Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum still holding strong. Prices are, you can see right here, not a whole lot of movement except with the exception of Dash. IOTA continues to just climb. IOTA was at 42 cents like a week and a half ago. Yeah. What's going on, Robert Watson? Yeah, I've been trying to find a good time to come on for some of these live streams. I think everyone in the U.S. is asleep right now, so I know it's not the greatest time, but I'll be hoping to come on in some times when I come back over to the States and Canada, so more people can get on my live streams. I think it's catering more to international audience at this point, which is what it is. I'm gonna get on online at some different times so that I got to get up early in the morning to basically get to hit the afternoon in the U.S. when I'm over in Asia. But yeah, looking to do a little bit more traveling here. I'm gonna do some more checking in. This computer's kind of cool. You guys can check me out here. The mouse is a little bit off. Come on. Oh man. Right click, it's just all in Korean. Steam hit $1. It's been down for so long. It's good to see it coming back up a little bit. I kind of got a little bit away from Steam and posting on Steam just because of the censorship that I just couldn't really seem to get away from. But I'm hoping that at some point they're gonna kind of redo their policies on some of that. But let's scroll down the list here. Let me see if I can. Oops. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, so I'm going to bring in a little bit more of this view right here so you guys can see what I'm looking at. Zcash has come up a little bit. I've been hearing a lot of good stuff coming out of Zcash. Seems to be performing a little bit better than some of the others. Not by much. 3.5%. Most of the other coins still holding pretty solid. Let's go down the list here a little bit. We're going to come down and take a look at kind of mid-market coins. Steam, over $1. Komodo, Augur. So Steam up 15%. Power Ledger continuing to surge at 23%. 23% rise. Mona coin. This is kind of a new one. It just shot up. Look at that. Boom. 30%. Let's take a look at Mona coin. So, bring in some data here. Oops. 355 at Cincinnati. Go Bucks. International as well as those of us U.S. citizens with insomnia. Mona coin, a Japanese coin. Thank you. This thing is still. This is what I deal with when I travel. Internet issues. Yeah, maybe I just need to get an Insomniacs channel. So I'm going to do it in the middle of the day. It'll be the middle of the night back in the U.S. for those that are up. I mean, that's the best time I'd like to do it. It's right in the middle of the day, but it's like 2, 3 in the morning over in the U.S. So this is still not loading, so I'm going to get out of this here a little bit. And they're starting to board here a little bit, so that's my flight back here boarding. So I'm going to be having to get on this plane in the next 10-15 minutes, but I can hang out with you guys for a little bit. It's interesting to see what Dash is doing.
Korean Air Flight 679, Vietnam Airlines 341.
Let's see if I can bring this back a little bit.
7923, bound for Hanoi, will be delayed due to aircraft connection. The new departure time will be 7:10 p.m. We're sorry for this inconvenience. Thank you.
Sleep about 5 hours a day. So I haven't slept. Gosh, I haven't slept in like 36 hours. I was planning on sleeping on the plane. I slept a little bit on the plane when I was coming over, but I was trying to enjoy myself in my last little bit in Manila. Manila's been fun. H shares coming down a little bit. H share was one that really spiked in price and is down about 7%. Out of the coins in the top 50, that's the one to lose the most amount of market cap. Fitbit says I get about 4 to 5 hours of sleep. Yeah, I guess there's a difference between, quality sleep and like kind of dozing in and out, which is what I've been doing lately. Here's an interesting one. See if I can bring this back up. Zcoin up 55%, the number 56 slot. That just took off. There's a couple of these coins here that have just exploded. GX shares, I haven't heard this one. It seems like every time I do this live stream, I come on and I get some new coins that I haven't really, that I don't know a whole lot about. But this one has surged about 27% here recently, over $120 million market cap. Where is it being traded? Let's take a look. So I'm gonna switch this around so you guys can know what I'm saying. GX shares. I'm clicking on the market, but I'm not confident this internet's gonna help me out. Yeah, so that was an interesting thing that I just saw on Joey Rocket's channel right before I took off, was that looks like Trayvon supposedly had gotten hacked for 111 Bitcoin. That's pretty substantial. You had Craig had, I guess, the story that he lost about 70 Bitcoin to being hacked and was pretty, nonchalant about it. I don't know. I kind of have some different opinions on that. Like, I guess hopefully I'll be meeting up with these guys and I get a chance to kind of talk a little bit more about that. I mean, I guess the way I look at it is like, what's to say that, you just claim that you were hacked and you lost all of this Bitcoin and you basically write it off on your taxes, and then it's going to be essentially up to the IRS or somebody else to prove that you weren't hacked. And if you have enough information to do something like that, I'm not saying that that's what happened, but that was kind of what I was thinking when I was kind of dealing when I was kind of hearing some of these stories, because you don't really know the whole truth, and there's it's getting towards the end of the year. And maybe if that's one way, if you've made a ton of money in the platform and you're looking to kind of bring down the amount of money you earned, coming up with a story like this, saying that you were hacked and lost a bunch of coins, I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I just don't know enough about it.
Korean Air Flight 6,
I think Travon got tired of all the FUD and hate coming his way. So Travon is going to be subject to a lot more criticism than other people, just with the way that he has grown with BitConnect, with some of these other platforms. I mean, he's the number one affiliate. As far as I know, he's the number one affiliate in the world. I mean, there's some big teams in Korea, India, but none that I know of that are doing YouTube videos like Travon, and kind of had the following that he did, and at least with BitConnect, he was the one that did the best in terms of referrals. So I guess he's going to be subject to more hacking type scams and that sort of thing. So security is going to be a very important part of your cryptocurrency portfolio. I'm interested to learn a little bit more about what happened behind the scenes and see how did you get hacked? Like how did what security flaw were they able to exploit? So I keep my stuff pretty simple. Yeah, that's the story. Travon lost 111 Bitcoin. That's do the math on that. Holy cow! I mean, that's
Ladies and gentlemen,
how much is that?
May I have your attention,
Yeah,
please?
10,000.
Korean Air Flight 679, Vietnam Airlines 34
$900,000.
7,
Almost $1 million.
2, 3,
Thanks, Joey Rocket.
Hanoi will be delayed due to aircraft connection.
Yeah, if it's a strategy to avoid authorities in the States, it's a poor one. I mean, I think you're going to see some interesting strategies heading into this tax season, with people trying to figure out how all of this is going to get claimed or whatnot. I'm going to be interested in doing some work with some accountants and some lawyers and things like that, and see what it is that they're kind of saying, and what's going to be the best strategy moving forward. It's going to be a big topic, but if you can find ways to write off huge lump sums of money on your taxes, as in getting hacked, I wouldn't put it past some of these guys to basically say that that might be a strategy that people are going to be using to maybe bring down the amount of earnings that they had in some of these platforms. But some people are just going to treat it as crypto. They're not going to be paying taxes on things that are not being converted into USD. So that's some people's policies. That's what they're going to do. So. The tax part is not complicated. Claim it when you spend in fiat. Put the money in an account and don't touch it until April. Done. Yeah, there's a whole capital gains aspect to it. Like, at least is the U.S. government going to be treating Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies as a capital property? As I think the way that they were trying to classify it. They're asking for Coinbase records. The IRS has been kind of on them to basically release a lot of their information on their users, and they've been very I guess it's been an ongoing kind of legal discussion on how much they actually have to disclose to the IRS. The IRS is working with a company called Chain Analysis to kind of track larger Bitcoin transactions, and so I think that that's going to be something that they're going to be kind of working on. I mean, this whole year is going to be interesting to see, how how people are going to kind of look to mitigate some of these issues. I mean, if you're making 6-7 figures in cryptocurrency, it would be wise to get some some top-notch advice on ways to kind of lower your tax obligation. Yeah, just take it off, put it on the Trezor. My crypto accountant will be doing a video about it soon. She's dope. Lady Lux. I have to look into her. Joey Rocket. Sounds awesome. Yeah, I had a couple of people that I'm interested in doing some stuff when I get back to Seattle. There's definitely a gray area still. Be intentional. Claim your percentage based on said income. Don't you dare use the word crypto on your tax return. Anyone with a couple of BTC has a Trezor or Nano. Yeah, so many, thank God, another positive YouTuber is live. So many morons out there spreading BitConnect FUD based on what Travon is doing. Travon right now is kind of, I mean, he's like, if he's got the most eyes on him, I guess you could say. I think there's a few other guys. So Crypto Nick, I think, just passed over 100,000 subscribers. There's a few other guys that are kind of up there in that range, but you have you're starting to get these more larger, well-known cryptocurrency YouTubers that are getting into the 100,000 subscriber range, and they're going to have a lot more eyes on what they're doing, and some of the things that they're saying in their streams are going to be kind of copied and talked about in a lot of other streams, because they kind of are, in a lot of ways, that they're kind of driving the market. I do have a question. When BitConnect changed their UK registration and put all the promoters' names, did they get permission? Did they get permission, or did they just put the top earners' names down? So it was all of the top promoters that they had allocated to those 14 countries, and that's kind of how they're doing their business filing at this point. They were doing that to get away from the single filing problem that they were having here. Oh, the line has gone way down. I'm gonna mess up here and miss my damn plane. Let me see when check in. Oh, I should probably return this chair because they were just talking about this back. All right, sweet. I'm gonna hang out here at the gate a little bit. Travon and Craig push get rich quick, and marketing promoting is killing BCC. Yeah, I mean, so that's kind of like what pays right now with BitConnect, unfortunately, is working more on referrals and limited information. Like, hey, look at the amount of money that I'm making in this platform. Sign up using my link. I mean, that's kind of been the general marketing strategy that's working right now. And part of that is you have these YouTubers that have huge followings, and they don't have all the information on some of these platforms, but they're making money with them, and they're out there promoting them. So I think this might be something that BitConnect looks to change, with their roadmap, potentially moving forward. It's tough to say, really. I mean, I'm not a multi-level marketer, and I'm not really sure if kind of changing everything I'm going to be doing to kind of match what's best in terms of financially with this platform. I'd much rather try to I guess I've built a high yield investment platform, and so I'm interested in maybe doing some work with that as opposed to just kind of focusing on promoting. Because if I actually have something legitimate and I can approach larger investors, because I've been approached by some 7 and 8 figure investors in BitConnect, and they've been wanting to work through me, but they have a lot of the same questions that I had initially, and they're kind of wanting answers to that before they invest. So I'm not able to give them really all of that information because no one really has it. So it's it's still kind of a gray area there. I don't know how much Crypto Nick lost, but he was hit first. I think all the crypto YouTubers are targets. I haven't been hit, so I better step up the security. Can you talk about BCC Pay a little more, or what you know of it? As far as I know, it's coming out in December. It's going to be it's going to be released to kind of some more of the foreign countries and not necessarily in the U.S. just because it's going to take some time for that to materialize. That's about all I know. I mean, I would imagine that it's probably going to be available to the U.S. Probably in January or so. All right. Yes. Alrighty. I gotta check in my flight here.
Did you buy anything outside of the airport?
No.
No, and have you carrying your bag with you?
Yes. Okay, great. Okay, thank you. All right. So I'll stay on for a little bit longer, or as long as I got internet connection. Check back in with the chat, see if you guys have any maybe questions I can run through. This is going to be a 10-hour plane flight, so this is going to be a long one. I'm losing time too. It's going to be kind of weird. It's dark here, but it's going to be right. Okay. So they're telling me I can't do video. So I'm going to wrap this up here with you guys. I got a little bit of time before I got to board this flight. Clover, have you heard of Gold Rewards, a lending platform? It's the only one I'm taking seriously besides BCC, of course. With a lot of these platforms, they typically don't have a whole lot of money behind them, and they don't disclose a whole lot of their technology. So those are ones that are going to be, it's essentially an ICO. They're looking for funding to kind of grow their platform. And it's hard for me to really do my due diligence in terms of research to look into some of those, but I'll take a look. I believe it was Sean Walters. That was one of the first ones I think he started promoting because he was very anti-lending programs, and then he started, I believe it was Gold Rewards was the one he started promoting. So whatever it was about that platform that was better than some of these other ones is what I would like to know, or what he saw that was different, because he was very anti-BitConnect. He was very anti many of these different lending platforms before he started promoting some of these other ones. So we'll see. Send us on a field trip through the X-ray machine. All right, guys. I think I'm going to call it a stream. So I'll catch back up with you guys when I'm back in the States. I'm going to be up in Vancouver. I'll do a few live streams there with my brother and his family. So that should be interesting. My brother said he'd come on one of my streams, so you guys get to see my brother. Maybe my nephew, his son. So yeah, I'm having Thanksgiving up in Vancouver, BC. I got